Chengdu is one of those cities that can be easy to underestimate from the outside. It is not Beijing, the political capital. It is not Shanghai, the global financial showcase. It is not Shenzhen, the symbol of China's manufacturing boom. Yet Chengdu is one of the largest and most important cities in the country. It is the capital of Sichuan province, home to more than 20 million people in its wider urban area, and a central anchor of Western China. That scale alone makes it remarkable. Very few cities in the world hold this many people while also carrying such a long historical identity. Chengdu is both ancient and modern, relaxed and strategic, famous for food and pandas, but also for finance, technology, transportation, universities, and defense. To understand Chengdu is to understand a different side of China, not only the coastal powerhouse, but the deep inland civilization that has fed, defended, and connected the country for centuries. Geographically, Chengdu sits in central Sichuan, on the Chengdu Plain. This plain has long been described with phrases like the country of heaven and the land of abundance. Those are not just poetic labels. They point to the reason Chengdu could become so important so early. The surrounding region is fertile, protected by mountains, and historically capable of supporting large populations. In Chinese history, that combination mattered enormously. A city with reliable agricultural wealth could become a political center, a military base, and a cultural capital. The Jin River flows through the city, and the broader Sichuan basin gave Chengdu a natural advantage. It was inland enough to be protected, but rich enough to sustain power. Many cities grow because of trade routes or ports. Chengdu grew because the land around it could support a civilization. One of the most important symbols of Chengdu's ancient strength is Dujiangyan, the irrigation system near the city that is now recognized as a World Heritage Site. Built more than 2,000 years ago, Dujiangyan helped control water and distribute it across the Chengdu Plain without relying on a massive dam in the modern sense. Its importance goes beyond engineering. Water management made agriculture dependable, and dependable agriculture made Chengdu's rise possible. In many ancient societies, controlling water meant controlling survival. Floods could destroy harvests, while poor irrigation could leave land underused. Dujiangyan helped turn the region into one of China's most productive agricultural zones. That is why Chengdu's reputation as a land of abundance is not just cultural memory. It is tied to an infrastructure achievement that shaped the city's destiny for millennia. Chengdu's history reaches back to the kingdom of Shu in the 4th century BC. What makes the city especially unusual is that it has kept the same name for more than 2,000 years, through imperial dynasties, the Republican period, and the modern People's Republic of China. In a country where capitals moved, regimes changed, and cities were renamed or reorganized, Chengdu's continuity stands out. The name itself became a historical thread. During the Three Kingdoms era, Chengdu served as the capital of Liu Bei's Shu Han state, one of the famous rival powers in that dramatic period of Chinese history. It also became the capital of other local kingdoms in later centuries. This repeated role as a regional capital shows that Chengdu was never just a settlement. It was a seat of authority, a place from which Western China could be governed and defended. Chengdu's identity is deeply tied to Sichuan culture, and perhaps nothing expresses that more clearly than food. In 2011, UNESCO recognized Chengdu as a city of gastronomy. Sichuan cuisine is famous around the world for its bold flavors, especially the combination of Chile heat and the numbing sensation of Sichuan peppercorn. But Chengdu's food culture is not only about spice. It is also about rhythm and social life. Tea houses, hot pot restaurants, street snacks, and long meals all reflect a city known for a comparatively relaxed lifestyle. That reputation matters because it contrasts with the common image of Chinese megacities as purely fast, crowded, and industrial. Chengdu is huge, but it has cultivated an image of pleasure, conversation, and everyday comfort. Its food is a form of local identity, and that identity has become internationally recognizable. For many people outside China, Chengdu is most strongly associated with giant pandas. That association is accurate, But it is also more than a cute branding detail. The giant panda is a national symbol of China, and Sichuan is one of its natural home regions. Chengdu is home to the Chengdu Research Base of giant panda breeding, one of the best-known panda conservation and research centers in the world. Pandas give Chengdu global visibility, but they also connect the city to environmental protection and scientific work. The panda base helps visitors understand that an animal can become part of a city's international identity. In Chengdu's case, the panda softens the image of a major industrial and strategic city, reminding the world that Sichuan's mountains and habitats are part of the story too. The 20th century brought new pressures and new roles to Chengdu. During World War II, as Japanese forces devastated eastern China, many refugees moved inland, and Chengdu became one of the places where people, institutions, and resources relocated. The city's inland position made it valuable as a refuge. After the war, Chengdu was briefly the capital of the Nationalist Republican government before that government withdrew to Taipei. These events show how geography again shaped the city's importance. Chengdu was far from the coast, but that distance could become an advantage in times of crisis. It offered depth, space, and relative security. Later, under the People's Republic of China, Chengdu's role expanded as a link between eastern and western China. Railways to Chongqing, Kunming, and Tibet helped integrate the city into a broader national network. In modern China, Chengdu has become one of the key centers of Western development. Its economy is broad rather than dependent on a single industry. Machinery, automobiles, medical industries, food production, and information technology all play significant roles. The city is also a major financial hub. Its ranking in global financial center indexes places it on the map beyond China, and hundreds of Fortune 500 companies have established branches there. This is important because it shows the city's function as a business platform. For companies that want access to Western China, Chengdu offers population, infrastructure, talent, and government importance. It is not simply a local market. It is a regional command center, one that helps connect inland China to national and international capital flows. Transportation is one of Chengdu's biggest strategic advantages. The city is one of the few in China with two international airports, Chengdu Shuangliu International Airport and the newer Tianfu International Airport. Together, they help position Chengdu as a major aviation hub, supporting airlines, passengers, cargo, business travel, tourism, and regional connectivity. This matters because inland cities need strong connections to compete with coastal hubs. Chengdu's airports help reduce the distance between Western China and the rest of the world. The city's railway infrastructure is also nationally significant, with Chengdu Railway Station counted among the major stations in China. Air routes and railways turn Chengdu from a large inland city into a gateway. They allow people, goods, companies, and ideas to move through it at enormous scale. Chengdu is also an important scientific and educational center. It ranks highly in scientific output and is home to many of the leading universities and research institutions in Western China. Institutions such as Sichuan University, the University of Electronic Science and Technology of China, Southwestern University of Finance and Economics, Southwest Jiaotong University, Chengdu University of Technology, Sichuan Normal University, and Xihua University help create a large pool of educated talent. This academic base supports technology, engineering, finance, transportation research, and public administration. In a modern economy, cities do not grow only by building factories and roads. They grow by producing knowledge and training people. Chengdu's universities give it long-term capacity, helping the city compete not just as a consumer market, but as a research and innovation center. Chengdu's importance is not only economic and cultural. It also has a strategic role in China's national structure. The city is the seat of the Western Theater Command region of the People's Liberation Army, which reflects its significance in defense planning. During the 1960s, Chengdu also became an important defense industry hub. This strategic dimension fits the larger pattern of Chengdu's history. Because it sits deep inland, connected to Western regions and protected by geography, it has often served as a place of security and continuity. In peacetime, that means administration, industry, and transport. In moments of pressure, it means depth and resilience. Chengdu is therefore not just a pleasant city with strong cuisine and pandas. It is part of the way China organizes space, security, and power across the country. In recent years, Chengdu has also become more visible on the global stage. It has hosted major international events, including the Summer World University Games in 2023 and the World Games in 2025. It is classified as a Beta Plus global city, grouped with places that have significant international connections even if they are not top-tier global capitals. It also hosts many foreign consulates, ranking behind only China's biggest diplomatic centers. These details show a city moving beyond regional importance into broader international relevance. Chengdu's appeal is partly practical. It is large, connected, and economically significant. But it is also cultural. It offers a distinctive urban identity rooted in Sichuan food, history, leisure, and landscape. Its global role is not a copy of Shanghai or Beijing. It is Chengdu's own version of modern influence. What makes Chengdu fascinating is the way so many layers exist at once. It is an ancient capital that kept its name for more than 2 millennia. It is a fertile plain shaped by one of the world's great irrigation systems. It is a cultural city known for hot pot, tea houses, and the relaxed confidence of Sichuan life. It is a panda city, a university city, a financial center, a transportation hub, and a strategic military location. Few cities combine softness and power so naturally. Chengdu's story challenges the idea that China's rise is only a coastal story. The inland west has its own giants, and Chengdu is the most important among them. To understand Chengdu is to see how geography, history, culture, and modern ambition can create a city that feels both deeply old and unmistakably future-facing. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more explainers.